Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
What up, fam? This is Night God, bringing you news and content on the mysterious and unusual, from ETs to Wendigos. At the end of the day, that's the goal here, is to open people's minds and seek the truth. I'll even talk politics and cover stuff like the vaccine, where on other platforms I don't. But if you get the chance, go ahead and get on your YouTube, get on your Instagram, and like and follow and subscribe. I'm also on TikTok. Now, TikTok puts me in jail a lot based on my content, but that's okay. I'm going to start trying to share more raw and cut stuff on here. This platform, or a podcast in general, I feel more like I can kind of go no holds bar and speak what I want to speak, so, which is a beautiful thing. So stay tuned. Today I'd like to talk about a few things, but first thing I'd like to do is start off with a little tidbit here. I heard it the other day. I really liked it, so I'm going to play it for you guys.
As soon as you give politicians power, any kind of power that didn't exist previously, if they can figure out a way to force you into carrying something that lets you enter businesses or lets you do this or lets businesses open, historically, they are not going to give that power up. They find new reasons to use it. We have to protect those freedoms at all costs, whether you agree with people's choices or not, because it is the foundation that this country was founded on. Freedom. This idea of freedom, there's so many people that think it's frivolous, it's not important, it's not the main thing that we should be focused on, but it is the literal structure that allows this country to be so fucking amazing. Every single country that's ever existed other than the United States, up until 1776, every fucking country that has ever existed was run by dictators. All of them. This is the first experiment in self-government that actually worked, and it created the greatest superpower the world's ever known. It created the greatest cultural machine, the greatest machine of art and creativity and innovation right fucking here. And how did it do that? It did it through freedom. And as soon as you see something, anything that comes along and inhibits your freedom, you should be very cautious about it. You should be very suspicious. Because anything that comes along that can inhibit your freedom is, by definition, anti-American.
America, baby. There you have it. Well said, Joe Rogan. Well friggin' said. And like he said, it's happening right before our eyes, guys. Every day. These vaccine mandates, passports, all that crap. It's all against the agenda of freedom. It's against it. They want to take it away from us. They see China prospering, doing what they do. Their people are obedient. So they figure they can come over here and do that to us and get uber rich. It's the elite, people like politicians, Biden. And I'm sorry, but COVID-19 is one of the biggest farces and biggest debacles in history. But that's because it was planned, you guys. It was planned. Everything happening before us was planned. In the early 1900s, there was the Spanish flu, right? And I saw today, I want to say it said close to 20 million maybe died at this time from the Spanish flu. Something like that. have to check this out here real quick. How many deaths Spanish flu? 50 million. I was going to say 20. 50 million deaths from the Spanish flu. Now, I saw a video the other day. One John Rockefeller, he created a vaccine for the Spanish flu, or he at least backed one. Whether he created it or not, I'm not sure. But he backed one. And people voluntarily got in line. No question. To get this said vaccine. The ones that could. Well, they found out, or at least they found out and hid this, but it was essentially it was planned. Guess who the only people that died from the Spanish flu were? You guessed it, the vaccinated. The vaccinated. The vaccinated were the only ones that died from this said Spanish flu. Pretty peculiar, huh? Our world is under control of something beyond us at the moment, but it will give. All right? So, there are good factions out there that have our backs. One of the main things we just got to do, if we want help, we just got to ask. It's that simple. We just got to ask. Just like Dolores Cannon said, we each are assigned a guardian angel that watches over us, but this said guardian angel is not allowed to interfere. Okay? Unless you ask, or ask for their help. Asking for their help is not interfering. Well, the same goes for these good factions of ETs. If we don't ask, then they will never come to our aid. So we must keep that in mind. But basically, it's the Anunnaki Dracos. The Dracos. Alpha Draconians. That are infiltrating mankind, which has been their plan all along, and setting up for another great galactic, well, not necessarily galactic, but great planetary war to take their planet, what they think is their planet, back. I know, crazy stuff, right? But we'll get to the alien stuff later, okay? We'll get to that later. I'm going to read the secret covenant that is recited by the members of the Illuminati before they join. I think most of you will find this very interesting. The secret covenant of the Illuminati. This was written by our buddy there, John Rockefeller. Discretion advised. An illusion it will be, so large, so vast, it will escape their perception. Those who will see it will be thought of as insane. We will create separate fronts to prevent them from seeing the connection between us. We will behave as if we are not connected to keep the illusion alive. Our goal will be accomplished one drop at a time, so as to never bring suspicion upon ourselves. This will also prevent them from seeing the changes as they occur. We will always stand above the relative field of their experience, for we know the secrets of the Absolute. We will work together and will remain bound by blood and secrecy. Death will come to any who speak. We will keep their lifespan short and their minds weak. while pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge of science and technology in subtle ways so that they will never see what is really happening. We will use soft metals, aging accelerators, and sedatives in food and water, also in the air. They will be blanketed by poisons everywhere they turn. The soft metals will cause them to lose their minds. We will promise to find a cure for our many fronts, yet we will feed them more poison. The poisons will be absorbed through their skin and mouths. They will destroy their minds and reproductive systems. For all this, their children will be born dead, and we will conceal this information. The poisons will be hidden in everything that surrounds them, in what they drink, eat, breathe, and wear. We must be ingenious in dispensing the poisons, for they can see far. We will teach them that the poisons are good, with fun images and musical tones. Those they look up to will help. We will enlist them to push our poisons. They will see our products being used in film and will grow accustomed to them and will never know their true effect. When they give birth, we will inject poisons into the blood of their children and convince them it's for their help. We will start early on when their minds are young. We will target their children with what children love most, sweet things. When their teeth decay, we will fill them with metals that will kill their mind and steal their future. When their ability to learn has been affected, we will create a medicine that will make them sicker and cause other diseases for which we will create yet more medicine. We will render them docile and weak before us by our power. They will grow depressed, slow, and obese. And when they come for us to help, we will give them more poison. We will focus their attention toward money and material goods so they may never connect with their inner self. We will distract them with fornication, external pleasures and games so they may never be one with the oneness of it all. Their minds will belong to us, and they will do as we say. If they refuse, we shall find ways to implement mind-altering technology into their lives. We will use fear as our weapon. We will establish their governments and establish opposites within. We will own both sides. We will always hide our objective but carry out our plan. They will perform the labor for us, and we shall prosper for their role. Our families will never mix with theirs. Our blood must be pure always, for it is the way. We will make them kill each other when it suits us. We will keep them separated from the oneness by dogma and religion. We will control all aspects of their lives and tell them what to think and how. We will guide them kindly and gently, letting them think they are guiding themselves. We will foremost animosity between them through our factions. When a light shall shine among them, we shall extinguish it by ridicule or death, whichever suits best. We will make them rip each other's hearts apart and kill their own children. We will accomplish this by using hate as our ally, anger as our friend. The hate will blind them totally, and never shall they see from their conflicts we emerge as their rulers. They will be busy killing each other. They will bathe in their own blood and kill their own neighbors for as long as we see fit. Excuse me. We will benefit greatly from this, for they will not see us, for they cannot see us. We will continue to prosper from their wars and their deaths. We shall repeat this over and over until our ultimate goal is accomplished. We will continue to make them live in fear and anger, though through images and sounds. We will use all the tools we have to accomplish this. The tools will be provided from their labor. We will make them hate themselves and their neighbors. We will always hide the divine truth from them, that we are all one. This they must never know. They must never know that color is an illusion. They must always think that they are not equal. Drop by drop, we will advance our goal. We will take over their land, resources, and wealth to exercise total control over them. We will establish a money system that will imprison them forever, keeping them and their children in debt. When they shall band together, we shall accuse them of crimes and present a different story to the world, for we shall own all the media. We will use our media to control the flow of information and their sentiment in our favor. When they shall rise up against us, we will crush them like insects, for they are less than that. They will be helpless to do anything, for they will have no weapons. We will recruit some of their own to carry out our plans. We will promise them eternal life, but eternal life they will never have, for they are not us. The recruits will be called initiates, and they will be indoctrined to believe false rites of passage to higher realms. Members of these groups will think they are one with us, never knowing the truth. They must never learn this truth, for they will turn against us. For their work, they will be rewarded with earthly things and great titles, but will never become immortal and join us. Never will they receive the light and travel the stars. They will never reach the higher realms, for the killing of their own kind will prevent passage to the realm of enlightenment. This they will never know. The truth will be hidden in their face, so close they will not be able to focus on it until it's too late. Oh yes, so grand the illusion of freedom will be, that they will never know they are slaves. When all is in place, the reality we will have created for them will own them. This reality will be their prison. They will live in a self-delusion. When our goal is accomplished of a new era of domination will begin. Their minds will be bound by their beliefs, the beliefs we have established from time immemorial. But if they ever find out they are equal, we shall perish then. This they must never know. If they ever find out that together they can vanquish us, they will take action. They must never, ever find out what we have done, for if they do, we shall have no place to run, for it will be easy to see who we are once the veil has fallen. Our actions will be revealed, who we are, and they will hunt us down, and no person shall give us shelter. This is the secret covenant by which we shall live the rest of our present and future lives, for this reality will transcend many generations and lifespans. The covenant is sealed by blood, our blood. We, the ones who from heaven, earth to earth came. This covenant must never ever be known to exist. It must never ever be written or spoken of, for it is. If it is, the consciousness it will spawn will release the fury of the Prime Creator upon us, and we shall be cast to the depths from whence we came and remain there until the end time of infinity itself. Pretty intense stuff, huh? At the end of the day, it's exactly what's happening right now, fam. They're manipulating us like puppets. The obesity thing, fluoride in the water. Children's cereal having poisons. Pretty intense stuff. Pretty intense. But what I got out of that is, if we all realize we're one, we'll be alright. So this we must eventually do. Otherwise, we'll end up in the concentration camps just like the Jews in World War II. So this kid I talked to a lot on my email told me many great stories that he got from his grandfather in Mexico, who lived next to the seven luminaries of Mexico. These luminaries are shaped just like the Big Dipper. They pretty much mirror it. So it is speculated, and there's a lot of UFO activity around. So it is speculated that those craters were created by ships coming from the Big Dipper constellation. A good faction. They would help guide the Aztecs, Incans, and Mayans to their great empires. Now, history has them depicted as savages, but that is quite wrong. When the Spaniards arrived, they actually tried to help them. And they did. But the Spaniards are the ones that decided they needed to be exterminated because they made a mistake and showed them their abilities. The ETs have taught them to do things like heal, levitate objects, create fire with your hands. Many great things. The sand you roll in, you're fireproof. Dirt, if you rub it on you, you will be invisible to the animals. A gooey water that when wrapped around your head and you go underwater, you can stay under for 2 hours. Rocks that when crushed and rubbed on the bottom of your feet, they could literally walk on water. So maybe that's how Jesus did it, right? Three great wars took place on Earth. The Draconians trying to take it back, all three. And did you like how in Mr. Rockefeller's covenant there, they said that we mustn't figure this out because if we do, the fury of the prime creator will be released upon us. And there will be no stopping it. In the last three great wars, they were so catastrophic that Mother Earth shifted poles. They dropped nukes that would put ours to shame today. But the Galactic Federation that created us would call on other people or other beings that their planets had been taken over by the Dracos already, so they were already angry at them. 17 or 18 different factions. That joined with the humans on Earth at the time, who were also very powerful. He said his Aztec ancestors during the war would pick up large boulders with their mind and throw them at the enemy. They were very powerful. They had super speed and agility. And this is cool because it's coming from an old lore from Mexico. At the end of the day, I have an open mind. I believe him. At the end, even the Bigfoots and certain giants helped mankind to defeat such a great enemy. We cast them back into the underground. But they promised they would be back, and they are. I think they're a lot of the reason these cataclysms are going on right now. They gave China technology that could, when exploded, initiate volcanoes to erupt, HAARP, the weather, much more. Biden is another one they've infiltrated. Our politicians. They're corrupt now. The vaccine is one of their last moves, their last great moves. What I believe is, when the time is right, they're going to change up the frequency. They're going to change up our frequencies. And they're going to attack. And those frequencies are going to cause our own people to attack us. You ever see the movie Kingsman? That's predictive programming. perfect example. When the leader starts attacking everybody within the church. He would go on, his grandfather would go on to tell him how the Bigfoots and humans actually at one time were very close. That they fought beside each other. Now what movie shows you that? Star Wars, Chewbacca, Han Solo. They actually vibe at quite a bit higher frequency than us. Said if you find one in the wild, that you're near a portal. Said portals lead to Agartha, Middle Earth. And if you want to enter the portal, they'll let you. But you must be of pure love and light. And they can read it as soon as you see them. They know whether you're inherently good or inherently evil. Probably because of the aura around you. There's a lot more to our history than they've told. Now you're talking about the giants that are coming out of stasis. Out of crystal chambers. Now, they left all that Afghanistan equipment over there because of it. But, since they are using the military the way they are, and since he did such an idiotic move, I do believe that they are fighting giants. But not necessarily bad giants. Not necessarily bad giants. That's just what they want you to believe. Now there are some good and some bad. But aren't you going to turn bad if somebody comes into your home and starts attacking you? Much like they did in the caves in Afghanistan? The people of Afghanistan actually worship them. They knew they were there all along. So did the Taliban. Their last resort was being pushed into the cave systems, unlike what the media told us. So I feel the giants could be our friends. They found giant sarcophaguses all over. A couple 100,000. Many of which are from Antarctica. Soldiers went down there and found some, fought a couple of them. There's a great cavern or tunnel that runs all the way from Antarctica all the way to the Northwest Territories near Canada. Why do you think all the people have been disappearing? Ultimately, the Dracos are at the helms. But they do fear God, our prime creator. So if we ask for his help, he will come to our aid, people. He'll be there for us. We just got to ask. I think a lot of people have a hard time with that. But when put in a certain situation, people do big things. I hope I'm wrong. I hope a war is not coming. But with all these volcanic eruptions and earthquakes, I know something is. And it's not good. Not good at all. There's been more evil showing up in the world. Black, ink-like things flying in the clouds with tentacles. Demons. Satan's gaining power. Satan's gaining power because so many people are losing faith. Every person that discounts the Bible and God gives Satan power. And eventually they feel when they get enough power, they'll attempt to take Earth back. They want Earth because it has multiple resources. It's the most resource-filled planet in our galaxy, in our universe. Not quite our galaxy, but our universe. Our super universe, that is. And that's based off the Book of Urantia. Very interesting book. I suggest it as a... Oh, excuse me. I suggest if you're into these kind of things, give it a read. But currently, guys, I am blocked off TikTok. They seem to have it out for me after I shared that giant video. Said giant video showed a giant standing next to a tank. A massive tank. Probably 7 to 9 feet tall. And that giant stood double it. What's even more cool is he squatted down. Started digging. And dropped into the earth. Avoiding humans at all costs. The film was shot by a covert ops team that planted the camera. It was really cool. Every other platform didn't mind it, but TikTok, for some reason, they banned it. They're trying to censor me because I'm telling the truth. Finally got proof. All these haters out there, and they take it down. Then ban me from anything for a week. But check me out on Instagram. I'm starting to roll well on there. I'm starting to roll pretty well on Instagram. So check me out on Instagram. Keep listening to my podcast on here. And subscribe to my YouTube. My YouTube's growing steadily as well. Almost 100,000 views this month. It all takes time. But it is a grind. Don't get it twisted. That's why sometimes it's hard for me to get my podcast on every day. But I'm going to try. I really am. Don't take the jab. Any advice? Don't take the jab. It's sterilizing people for a mass depopulation. Plus, they can use it as a frequency base. Changing the frequencies causing them to attack humans. Or each other. Mind control. They also have mind control. Every person vibes at their own very own frequency, specific frequency. The Illuminati and the CIA have developed a way to tap into that said frequency and start trying to brainwash you. And yes, they are using it. Same thing they used in the Oklahoma City bombings. by Timothy McVeigh, the Vegas shooter, Sandy Hook, they were all under mind control. You remember the part in the covenant where they said they were going to disarm us. What have they been trying to do? And it's because they know America's going to put up the biggest fight at the end of the day. So, that's my little tidbit for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to go a little more in depth on my next ones. I'm just tired today. But I'm going to go more in depth on the 7 luminaries, all of that. I got more crazy content coming up as well. Like the origins of mankind. How the Dracos came to be on Earth. What faction created mankind, etc. It's going to be very enlightening, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for checking my podcast. Appreciate you all. And I'm out.